It's like red blood cells. In the morning, be like,
I'm on my way, Woody.
I'm on my way.
we're gonna start the
That'd be a
podcast.
fantastic intro.
Oh man, that is
Guys, so
something else.
Welcome back to the Winky Squid podcast.
I was gonna do
I'm
it this
Benea,
time.
and what's your guys' name?
Oh, we've never
I'm
introduced
Isaac.
ourselves, have
I
we?
feel like it's good to introduce yourself, especially since it does seem to be catching a little bit of traction.
Was that even English?
People might not know
welcome
who
back
we are.
to the Winky Squid podcast.
I'm Benea,
I'm
Welcome
Isaac.
back to the Winky Squid podcast. I'm
And
John.
he's
and this
John.
is Bob.
No,
This is Bob.
these are our two hosts, and I am a
He's the
permanent
permanent
guest.
permanent guest.
He was
What are we
demoted to
talking about
permanent
today,
guest.
gentlemen?
Spooky because on the actually we're recording this day
Spooky because
But,
on
like, if we recorded this before, we would have recorded it on October 30th, which would be the day before Halloween. How was your guys' Halloween, by the way? But
I don't
we're
know
gonna
yet
talk
because it's
about-
not Monday.
No, it's
I-
Monday.
I mean,
it's Monday.
It was excellent.
We
I-
record this. This
yeah,
is live.
that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was
so
cold. My fingers
we
were
can talk
cold.
about how that went. Yeah, it is the 2 days after Halloween. How was your Halloween, John?
Okay, so I went to a Halloween party before Halloween. I did do Halloween because obviously it is Monday.
Yeah, we went to a Halloween party last
Yeah, it's
Wednesday.
November.
And-
It's November 2nd. Tomorrow's the big day.
Yeah, tomorrow's the day that our Lord and Savior Joe Biden will win.
Tomorrow's the day that we get not freaking terrible ads.
Yes.
Yeah, we get to
all the
end
ads are going to be
political
gone.
ads. It's
I'm
gonna be
so
so nice.
excited.
Actually, no. Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah, I think they go all through Tuesday.
I mean,
that's
the
like
election's
that's
not-
election
yeah,
day,
plus
so they're
there's a
still
couple
trying to change their
states
mind
that
and
are
crap.
that extended.
Yeah,
their
they don't
freaking
close
things
until
3
Really?
days.
Well,
Yeah.
they still can't campaign past the 3rd, I believe,
Yeah,
because it's illegal. Not that seems
It's
to matter
illegal.
anymore, but okay, John, how was your Halloween?
Well, I'm not going to talk about my Halloween just yet because, my memory and all that stuff.
You're freaking
And
retarded.
it's also not the Halloween hasn't passed yet. But
No, it has.
so I'm kind of mad at Trey. Well, I'm not mad. I'm just,
Give us some
enraged.
No.
and so I was Bobbert Ross. Do you know who Bobbert Ross is?
yeah, he's
That
my
old
uncle.
painter dude.
Yeah,
There's a chia pet
He's
of
my
him.
great uncle.
Yeah.
Legit though.
I know him- I know him
my
from the
great
Chia
grandpa's
Pet.
brother's name is Bob, and his last name's Ross.
That's kind of funny.
Whoa.
He's not the Bob
Is he
Ross, but
dead?
he is Bob Ross. No,
Dude,
he's still alive.
Okay, cool.
Dude, Bob Ross is still
That's real.
alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought he died in '92.
I thought
We-
we brought it back with
My
the,
uncle we
the-
do
your
call
spirit.
Robert, so
the other
it's
day.
Robert.
Ross? That sounds so incorrect. Anyway,
John,
so I
how'd
was
it go?
Bob Ross for Halloween, and I needed a beard, but I didn't have a beard.
Because you can't grow a beard.
Well, okay, that's
Unlike some sexy people here.
hurtful. And I got this wig, and I was gonna use it as like the face, and then I was like, I took the wig out and I put it on. I was like, dang, that looks like Bob Ross's hair. So-
Dang.
and I was gonna cut pieces off it to use as a face mask, as face hair.
As a face mask, keep people safe.
But it looked like
kind of
pubes.
Yeah, I wasn't
So-
going to say that. I was going to allude to it, but yes, it did. So I just painted it on. And so I have all this stuff ready. I have paintbrushes, I have paint, I have a paint board. What's it called? Just a paint board?
Palette?
Yeah, palette.
Yeah.
I had a palette to put my paints on, and I had everything ready. My sister was going to be
If
my
we can't-
producer.
Do you have a picture of yourself?
I do.
Okay,
and
send it to me later, and I'll put it on screen for
If you're on
those of you
Spotify,
YouTube.
it
Or
looked
he
dead
won't.
on.
If you're on Spotify, just look at your screen right about now, and you'll see John as a Bob Ross.
Will you? That's crazy.
Whoa.
Anyway, I was
Making
Bob
it
Ross.
done.
Ben was going to be my mic man, like the holy mic boy.
Okay.
But
And
he
I was going to
wasn't.
have a 3-man costume. Well, 4, because Trey was going to be my easel, which is to hold my painting.
Was he
while
just
I
gonna wear
painted.
like a white shirt and you were gonna paint on him,
He's gonna hold your cannabis.
or was he gonna have like
Yeah,
a
He was going to wear
Sure,
white,
look
and
like
he
a
was going to
painting.
hold my canvas.
Cannabis.
You said cannabis, and it just screwed me up. He was going to hold my canvas.
Cannabis. With a B, say cannabis.
Cannabis?
Yep, there you go.
Is that how canvas is spelled with a B?
No, it's
No, it's
cannabis.
just how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Yeah, the B is invisible.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta get into that story in a minute.
Okay, yeah.
Piano.
But he didn't go, and he didn't go as what I wanted him to be. He just went as Trey, and
What?
as
I
soon
thought he dressed up as something.
no, he was just Trey.
Oh.
He was just Trey.
And I was like, "Here, hold this, and you can still be my easel." And he was like, "No," and I just had to put it on the sink, and I did a terrible job at my painting.
It
I was
wasn't
painting.
bad. Did
I'll
you
ta-
keep the
Take a
painting?
guess at what I was painting.
Did you keep
The
the painting?
mountains.
I was painting the mountains. Yeah, well, I have the painting. Yeah, it wasn't finished, but I was
You
painting
should,
the
are you
mountains.
gonna hang it?
and what?
You gonna hang it?
Maybe it was
You
kind of a bad
should.
painting.
One thing,
It's your first.
one thing that you could do if you want to steal other people's
Dude,
content.
sell it.
You can. I've seen videos of people they follow
Sell
like
to
Bob
someone
Ross
up in
videos on
YC.
YouTube and stuff. You could do that, but dressed as Bob Ross.
Then we can buy camera equipment.
Yeah. But so I was painting some happy little trees in the background, but this canvas is just floppy like this.
Because you don't have an easel.
And not because only of that, but it was a bad canvas. And my
okay.
brushes were too thin. They were so thin. It was ridiculous.
Plus, it wasn't wet on wet. It was just.
It wasn't wet on wet either because I was using
What was
acrylic
it?
paints.
Acrylic.
Yeah, and
Like model paint.
model paint that came off with water because my beard was made out of
love
that, and I
model
made Little
paint.
Bald Soda Boy. Little Bald Soda Boy is one of our friends, and he
Let's throw a
dressed up.
picture up of Little Bald Soda Boy's costume.
You know what else is really? Have you ever sniffed model glue?
Yeah, one time I got it in my
Stuff
nose. It
is
didn't
so
work.
good.
And you just
But
couldn't
so
help
I
but
was-
sniff it.
I was painting this waterfall, and I didn't have any white, so it's just like smeared with the green. And I was like, shoot. And you know what was in the waterfall? A squid that was winking, and that's how we got the name of our show.
Whoa.
That was a horrible. You gotta lean into it slowly.
No, I
buddy.
needed to because I
mean,
felt
yeah,
both of you coming
That
in.
was like a 3. I was gonna do something with a costume.
I'll give it like a
and
3 out of 5 or something. I mean, that was solid. but,
You
like,
gotta,
you
yeah,
just
you
threw it
gotta
right in there. You
lead.
I
gotta-
needed to. I felt
you
yours
have
is
to
coming.
build
You
up to
gotta,
it,
you
but
just gotta
kudos to you
do
for
it.
getting it.
I
Yeah.
did get it.
You can't feel pressure. You just have to let it in.
That's
Otherwise,
one
it's
point
not
for John.
worth it. No, is that a point though?
Yeah, because he got it, and it's not like, and you can't just say like, so I was taking a walk, and then a squid ate me, and
And he was.
Yeah, so that was in there. It just wasn't good.
yeah, that
Because I haven't
yeah,
done it in a
I wouldn't say it
while.
was good,
gotta,
but you
if
get a
wanted
point.
To, you could have leaned into it. You could have been like,
So there were like these fish, and there was like, I painted like little Nemo in there.
Yeah, but you
and
guys
then-
kept interrupting
you gotta
me, so I
trail
felt it.
You
just-
gotta go and trail it,
We
and
just
then you
interrupt
just
everyone
kind
all
of
the time.
slam down. Like
I know I should have done that.
Like when
but
I did,
I got it and I hook, line, and sinker.
Okay, did you
like-
actually like paint a waterfall though?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
but it wasn't.
didn't
just
have a squid
green.
in it, but
You showed
Yeah,
up.
you gotta. It's like the Minecraft one where you go and you dive and then you just slam right there.
The
and
Minecraft
people are
one was
just
from like I think 2 or 3 episodes ago. If you missed it, Isaac had a story about midway through the thing.
it was the best.
It was
one we've had.
probably the best one we've had of the series.
That was probably my worst one, but I've only had 2.
You've only had like 2.
What was
yeah.
your first one?
My first one,
He did the one he was like he went
Oh,
down
the
to, like,
ocean. I did the
Brazil or
ocean one.
something.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
the ocean one, and after the ocean one, in the same episode, I talked about my finger and how it actually got its name. And
Did you?
I think I did.
I don't remember.
pretty
That
sure
was so
about
long
what?
ago.
I talked about my finger and the cut and the burn on my finger that makes it look like a squid winking.
Is that actually how this got its name?
Yeah. I was at summer camp and I was looking at my finger. I was like, huh, kind of looks like a squid
Looked like a
winking.
squid minus like all the legs and
No,
all
because
the
of
parts that make it a squid.
Well, it was on my finger, so that was the head of the squid. That was the head and body. That's kind of interesting.
Was that the time you cut your finger like all the way to the bone?
Oh yeah. Okay, I can tell that story.
So yummy.
So I have my dad did a lot of work in North Dakota and South Dakota a couple of years back because he did the oil. So he
Oh yeah, you did oil rigging.
yeah, he did the crane stuff that all the oil stuff was doing. He made good money. He was on for 2 weeks and off for 2 weeks, which means he
That's
worked
nice.
Interesting.
full time 2 weeks, and he'd get like
7 days a week.
7 days a week, full time for 2
Wow.
But then you
weeks,
get 2 weeks off.
and then you get full 2 weeks off. But he got paid so well that it was like he was getting paid for a full time job.
I remember when he used to do that.
Yeah, but so every time he'd do that, he'd fuel up at this one gas station, and every time he'd buy something that was over $50, you'd get these crappy little knives. And I had one of them one time, and I was just kind of stabbing stuff because I'm stupid. And this was 2 years ago, so it wasn't even that like far back. You can't like be like, oh, I was a little kid. No, it was 2 years ago. I still have the scar there, right there. If you can see it, no, they can't.
That's not gonna. You're not gonna be able to see that on camera.
Guys, can you see? But so I was stabbing stuff, and I was like, what if I just stab the ground? I don't know why I thought this, but I was just like stabbing the ground. I was like, I wonder what's gonna happen, and I know it would happen now.
Well,
So I was
hindsight.
stabbing the ground, and the lock mechanism that like locks the knife
Ooh.
in, it slammed to the side and went, whoosh, and it folded
Oh.
on my finger as I was like, I had my full body into it, pushing it into the ground. I was just like, ah, and then it went boom. And then I looked at my finger, and I could see straight to the bone. It wasn't bleeding. I was like, crap.
Uh-oh.
And then I walked
Then it
upstairs,
started
and I was
bleeding.
like, Mom, I cut my finger,
Am I
and I
supposed to see
think
my bone?
I need some medical
Did you
attention.
get stitches or anything?
No,
Oh,
I
I
should
guess it
have.
was on your finger.
Well, yeah, it wasn't like on my arm or anything, but
because I mean, right here, the bone's not that far down, but still.
it's not that far down. But it's still, and it was ridiculous because I couldn't feel it for like a minute and a half after. I was like,
Oh.
That's how when I cut my thumb. That's how it was.
Yeah,
But
it's
I had to
cra-
get 3 stitches.
if
in
it just goes fast like that, it's like, crap. I should be hurting soon, but as of now,
I went into
this is gonna
shock
hurt in, like, a
hardcore.
minute.
I was in the
I
back of
did
the car
too.
on the way to the emergency room. I just like, oh.
and my mom makes fun of me for this, but I was standing by the sink, and I don't know why, but my body, whenever it starts losing a big amount of blood, it's like I'm gonna pass out. And so the first time I gave blood, I hadn't eaten anything that day either, and I just go in, they take my blood, and they're like, good and good, and I'm starting to walk out the hallway, and I see, oh, the ground, and then I see nothing, and then and then I'm just looking up at the ceiling. I'm like, what happened? My mom's like, I caught you. You fell over. You passed out, and so I passed out the first time I went to go give blood, and
I didn't.
well, thanks, Isaac. And I don't know what it was. I didn't feel anything. I wasn't like, oh no, I'm losing blood. I don't have a panic attack or anything. But my body is just, I don't know, allergic to losing blood. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm fine with it, but my body's like, hey,
My
hold
body
on
just
now.
doesn't like losing blood.
So, with that being said, this was after a couple, I think it was like 6-7 months after.
That you gave blood.
After I gave blood.
Okay, so we're back to the knife story.
Back to present in the knife story.
Yeah.
And I had cut my finger. I walk upstairs, slowly, mind you, because I'm dumb. And I go to the kitchen sink, and I start washing my finger off because it started bleeding. I'm like, is this bad? I can't tell. And then my mom came over, and I was like, this is starting to hurt. And I was like, oh, okay, this is really starting to hurt. And
Mine never started hurting.
really?
No,
Not
I
at
think I
all?
went deep enough that it just kind of killed it. Like, you only thing that hurt is when they started numbing it with the needle. When they
That's
started
crazy.
digging the needle in there to numb it.
I've been numbed a couple
That
times
hurt
to
really
take
bad,
teeth
but
out.
I've never been numbed in the mouth.
Yeah.
Just in the, this is the only
Technically, that's
place
called surgery, when they yank your teeth out.
I've never had teeth yanked.
I've had 6 yanked.
But yeah, when
Really?
they did this, they had to numb it.
What'd you do?
Well, my mouth was too small. I had a mousy mouth, so I had a palate widener, so it widened my mouth.
Mouthy mouth.
But
They
I had shark teeth too, so they were all like going over each other and crap, and that's why I got braces. And before they could
you
give
used
me,
to talk like this.
I used to talk like this. Yeah,
You guys all had lisps.
I still have a little bit of a lisp,
Yeah, but it's not that bad.
and I slur
You
a
only
lot.
notice it if you really listen for it.
Yeah, and
Yeah. So I mean, like,
I have a lot of spit in my mouth too,
I
so I
don't
go
want
like
to
this.
spit in my mouth right now.
I have a lot of spit in my mouth right now.
Guys, I can't talk very.
What was that? Adam Sandler's one. It's like they call me Sprinkler Sham or something like that. Sammy Sprinkler.
Sammy Sprinkler. Yeah.
We're so off topic.
And my friends call me Sammy Sprinkler or something.
Okay,
like that.
so I'm assuming you passed out.
So I'm at the sink, and I don't know what happened.
And
Everything kind of
bam!
Went
I
black.
was out.
I'm told I threw up in the sink. I went,
Blackout drunk.
and
just
I threw
right
up
there.
in the sink. I don't know why. And then I just passed out, and my mom tried to catch me again, but she only caught my body, and then my head smacked against the ground. So
That started a long line of concussions for you.
I started hitting my head at
'cause
3.
The worst time I went into shock was when I smashed my thumb,
Yeah.
and I really smashed it. Like,
Yeah, because your whole fingernail was all.
What
busted.
were
my
you
whole
doing?
fingernail was. It got caught in a belt on an electric motor.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Ouch.
remember when you. Did
I was
that
like
and you were
walking to a chair to sit down, and I didn't even make it to the chair. Like
Yeah.
I didn't faint, but my vision just went white. Like I just whited out. And I was just like,
I've never whited out, but I've blacked out without like fully
like
going
I
black.
fell onto the ground. I was like, I can't make it to this chair. So I just sat there, and I was like, oh.
I did that,
and I felt nauseous. Like I was gonna throw. I didn't throw up, but I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Yeah, I did that at nighttime once because I have this bad habit. I have low blood pressure.
Do you?
A little bit. Well, I had it at least when I was younger. So
Better
I,
than high. If you have high blood pressure, you'll blow a gasket.
yeah. So whenever I wouldn't eat like an hour before bed, I'd feel terrible, and my mom always got on my case for that. But one night I hadn't eaten like almost all day because I do the same thing my mom does. We do stuff all day and just forget to eat.
I never forget to eat, dude.
Thank you, Isaac.
I sometimes forget to eat.
And
Silly,
so I was
stupid.
just kind of like feeling terrible. I was feeling like I needed to like throw up. So I mean, I sound like a humongous loser with all these stories. Anyway,
Fat loser.
but so I went to the bathroom. I didn't throw up, and then I started walking back to my bed, and I just everything went black. I was still standing up. I could feel everything. I could hear everything. Everything was black. And so I just laid down on the ground in the fetal position and just kind of stayed there for like
Weird.
20 minutes until my vision came back.
I don't ever go into fetal position unless it's on purpose. Like I haven't. I've
Well,
never,
that was
like,
on purpose. Yeah, I just kind of like laid down and just.
I've never like just gone into that position.
I've gone into it like as a joke, and then
I
that one
haven't
time.
gone into the fetal position like when I actually. I haven't gone into the fetal position for like.
What about when
years.
you're trying to get into a trash can and trying to sit into the trash can like
I
this?
haven't jumped in a trash can in years.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
I jumped in a trash can like 2 weeks ago.
I jumped in a trash can like the other night. No,
Oh yeah, with the trash can game.
I didn't. I know. I haven't tried jumping in a small space for a little while.
Anyway, so I pass out and hit my head a lot.
I know.
And I always I'm like, Mom, why'd you throw me on the ground and smack my head? And she's like, John, why'd you pass out like
She's
a
like,
loser?
John, why are you so stupid?
That's
And you're like, Mom,
me.
I'm not stupid. I'm just stupid.
my body
Okay, so
just
we,
thinks
we
I am.
alluded to this earlier with the cannabis,
We did?
with the bee as invisible. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I need to tell the story. I think was it Wednesday night I was telling you guys.
I think so,
Yeah.
So, there's this musical instrument, and people have been calling it the wrong thing for basically this whole time until my sister enlightened me about 10 years ago. Most people call it a piano, but what most people don't know is there is an invisible L in there. It's actually pronounced piano. And before you get on my case or whatever, you're like, oh, you're just being stupid. There's stuff like silent E's and whatnot. This is like the opposite of like a silent letter.
just
It's a letter
invisible.
that makes a sound,
But
but
it's
it's
not
not there.
Oh, just like when people say espresso. There's no X.
Yeah, it's
Because it's
espresso,
espresso.
technically, right?
Espresso. People say espresso.
Yeah, because it's
That's just
stupid.
mispronouncing it. Piano is
Piano
the
is
That's
not-
right
pronunciation
way.
as well, but
No,
like,
piano's
No.
not mispronounced.
There's an invisible L.
When you say
Because where would you put
piano-
the X in espresso? EXS? X? Okay, maybe.
yeah, it's the same thing. It's an invisible X.
No,
Piano. P-L-I-A-N-O.
piano.
Piano.
P-A-I-N-O.
Pilano.
So I figure I just need to get that out of the way.
Piano.
It is pronounced piano, and
Just
if you
like
say it
cannabis.
other way,
I
Yep.
love cannabis.
piano, cannabis, all things
That
you
makes
can
us
use
sound like
to
drug
make art.
people.
I
We're not-
do canvas.
Canvas?
Canvas.
What's a canvas?
Remember a Babylon Bee article that came out like 2 years ago? It was like they added a new character to VeggieTales, cannabis.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember this story. Oh my gosh. And they got like 1,000 complaints and then they took him out, right?
It wasn't real.
No,
No, it was
Babylon
in
Bee.
the story, yeah, but like
I don't
Oh,
remember.
yeah.
I didn't read this.
Okay.
I mostly read Babylon Bee headlines from like
Babylon
Instagram.
Bee is so funny.
But
Yeah,
dude,
they
you
are.
get if you like get their app or get on their website or whatever, they got like a whole article for everything.
Oh,
now.
they do.
and it's so,
Have you ever listened to their podcast?
So freaking-
Dude,
Their
I've
podcast
listened-
their
good.
podcast is.
I've listened
awesome.
to their podcast since it started, since they only had one episode.
Do
Did
you
you
watch
s-
it every day? It comes out?
Most of the time. I'm a little behind right now. I always listen to it while I'm editing. Now I throw it up on YouTube and just, I'll watch it a little bit and then.
Did you
Yes,
see
I
the
listened to it in the
podcast when
background.
they were like talking about Ben Shapiro and the one dude was like, "Yeah, I can do a Ben Shapiro voice," and then he just kind of
yeah.
rambled on for like
Yeah.
20 minutes.
He has this really good. He was talking about his Ben Shapiro video, which is the one he was talking about. Did you watch it?
Maybe.
Yeah, his channel is called Freedom Tunes. He has like 500,000, and he basically does like a political 1-minute cartoon every week,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
and he does one about Ben Shapiro. It's like based on a clip where he asked or someone asked Ben Shapiro like, "Does your whole family talk like that, like this?" You like the way he does it. He's like,
Oh, I love
pretty
that.
much, yeah.
I saw that.
And then he was like,
You're the only one with
it's like
three.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
with the Shapiros, and it's like, well, technically this is actually my turkey. I'm the one who brought it, so I'm not obligated to share it because. And it was
And
just
they all
this
just
whole
talk
thing.
about it.
And then there was this glitch where because he made it so all the Shapiros blink at the same time, and there's these pictures in the background, like these paintings of like their ancestors or whatever of
Yeah.
the Shapiros, and there was a glitch when he was like making it that made them blink too, and he just left it in.
That was so fun.
So yeah, just look up Thanksgiving with Ben Shapiro or whatever will come up.
Ben, you're the only one here with an IQ below 300. So it's like, actually, I brought these.
I brought these asparagus actually, so
I'm not obligated to share them with you with my amendment rights. I am actually not obligated to share my asparagus with you.
they
You
also
share
all
this
have
with me
laser vision.
willingly. Yeah, it's really good. Go watch that.
I've seen it.
Shut. I was talking to
Watch it
I know
again
you're
though;
talking
it's
about
good.
No, I wasn't talking to you.
I know you're talking about.
Watch it
Well,
again.
you should
Isaac.
see it too. Stop my feet. God.
For those of you on Spotify, Isaac was tickling John's feet.
I didn't
What?
like it.
No.
For those of you on Spotify, I didn't like it.
For
We
those
haven't
on
done that joke in a
Spotify, John is a midget. And he's got Trox arms.
You could say he's 4'2", but that's being generous.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's
hey,
three,
chill,
9
chill
or
with that. I thought
something.
we weren't telling people. Come on.
No one listens to this. Oh, actually, no.
Actually, we got more playtime, so we might be gaining traction.
Yeah, poggers. Thank
if
you guys for
watched
watching.
the last episode or any episode of the Winky Squid or listened to whatever.
I've been out of frame
Thank you.
halfway.
That's because you always lean out of your chair.
Dude, I went back and watched one of our episodes, the one of us where we did it at my house, and that
Yeah.
episode's funny.
Is it
There's some funny crap in that episode.
I saw.
That's the one with the
the history?
JFK.
Yeah,
Squid.
that's my favorite squid that.
That one's a good one.
It kind of just jumps out of nowhere in that one. You're
Yeah,
like,
that was
what
you, wasn't it?
happened?
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
'Cause
Dang,
you-
you
you-
both have a good one on the board then.
You were talking
Yeah.
about Lincoln, and then you.
I was like, remember we saw the president in the 40s, is JFK.
That
You're
was
like,
the
you're like,
60s.
you're like,
It was
yeah.
63
You're like-
or something when he got.
And you were
shot.
like,
Yeah, it was
1960 what? And it was like 1960 0,
yeah. No, you said 1860.
something like that.
You
I
were
was just,
you were
I
like,
was just
that's
throwing
when
random
Lincoln
crap
died.
out.
you were like
I was being
1860,
I was in
and then
Bentley
you're like
mode.
1861, and you're like 1860 0.
Lincoln had a secretary named
1860 0.
Kennedy, and
Oh.
Kennedy had his secretary named Lincoln.
Really?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
Have you seen those posts?
Yes.
That's like the parallels between the two presidents that were assassinated.
Did you know
One
there
Yeah.
was an Indian curse
really
that
cool.
all the presidents
Not really
on
cool, but, like-
up until or all the president it was for like the next 4 presidents born on or elected on an O year, like 60 or
20.
whatever, but they would all be assassinated, and it did it to 3 presidents, and Reagan was the one who ended it.
Reagan was the one who ended it.
He
got
Reagan
shot,
got
but
attempted
then-
assassination.
But then he made it, and then I don't think anyone attempted Bush. Or anything
What-
like
No,
he
that.
was-
because Reagan was the one that ended it.
Yeah.
It was only 4 that
Wait,
would.
were they? Wait, more than. Who else was assassinated? I remember Kennedy and Lincoln.
There was one.
Who else?
It was either between or before.
Yeah, it was before, and it was an attempted assassination, right?
No, there was
I
one
thought
that
those
was
were the only
carried
two
through.
that got
Reagan
killed.
was
Hasn't
the.
there been like 7 attempts on Trump?
There's been a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They keep it under wraps though, but
Oh, dude, it's amazing that he's made it past his first
I'm
year.
so surprised he's not dead. Honestly.
Like there's a reason he's not dead. Obviously. Like,
oh yeah,
if
like
he was like, he would have been gone within his first year.
yeah. If God
if-
didn't want him to be there, obviously.
Exactly. Like
But-
Yeah.
I heard a story. I'm not sure if it's true, but Washington, when fighting the British, he led the charge on a horse in the battle,
Mhm.
and afterwards his shirt had bullet holes in it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if it's true, and I think that it was either Washington or Lincoln in a battle, and they had holes in their shirt from guns, and
I don't think it was Lincoln.
it may not have
wasn't
been Lincoln.
I don't think Lincoln led
think
any
it
kind of
would've been-
charge.
Okay,
I think,
no,
he,
yeah,
I think he kind of just
It
It was
probably would've
sat
been
back and
Washington
was
or one-
president.
Or
It
maybe
was
not
Washington.
even Washington. It could have been a different leader.
But,
not
yeah.
a leader, but like a general.
I'm pretty sure it was Washington.
Did you know it's Big Pog? General Lee.
General Lee was he was such a good general, and
Did you know
Grant was getting pounded.
Do you know Montana has 3 Confederate monuments?
That's kind of funny.
The only
Kinda
reason, so I think one of them
racist.
got taken down a few years ago, and it was over in Helena.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 more that haven't been taken down because they're on private property.
Cool.
Cool.
We
I
have
don't
2
like people taking them
We
down.
have 2 Confederate memorials.
The Confederates.
Confederate.
Montana was a huge part in the Confederate
Was it?
side.
Yeah.
We were shipping a bunch of gold from Virginia City down there.
Oh.
And it would
We
get-
weren't
it-
like in the war, but we were.
It
we
all
were
got-
because we
helping.
weren't a state at the
intercepted.
time.
It all got intercepted.
So
Yeah.
what was Montana then technically then? Because
It was part of the Louisiana's purchase.
Yeah,
it was,
but,
it was just part of that.
Yeah.
So
And
Okay.
California was actually a state back then, and it was part of the.
That's California.
California was a
was
lot bigger
banging.
too, though.
Yeah, it was part of the North,
The
though.
gold rush and
Although,
whatnot.
so back when, if they wouldn't have intercepted the trains,
Oh, yeah,
the
we would've lost.
Confederate would have won.
100%.
Like 100%, it would.
by a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because they were winning. Because what they expected,
Uh-huh.
the Confederates were expected to lose in the first 2 weeks. And then they kept going. And they were like, nah, 4 weeks. And then it kept going. And they were like, well, okay, maybe we should take
I
this
wonder what
seriously.
it'd be like if the Confederate had won.
I
I think there probably would have been another civil war at some point.
think there would have been another civil war. Either we would have the Union or you would have a bunch of different states because of the Civil War. Because I think there would have been a second one. And then that would have either split us in half
Might have
again.
a civil war next year.
Maybe.
Not next year.
I don't think
well,
it'll be
yeah,
like a
next year.
full-out civil war. I think it'll be one and done. Just
If there was a full-out civil war, because it'd be Democratic, not Democratic. Democratic isn't. It's Democrat.
The Democratic Party.
No, there's Democratic isn't. It's not a party.
The Democratic mind think.
It's more
no,
just like
Democratic
a party
is a
pooper.
different thing. It's Democrat Party.
The Democrat Party.
Okay.
Democratic is a different thing.
Democratic is a way to run government.
Exactly. But the Democrat Party, they're two different things.
Yes. I'm not going.
So the people
Okay,
who
yeah,
call
yeah.
it Democratic are false.
Okay,
anyways,
anyway.
that doesn't matter.
Okay, you're still
Fucking
going.
screw you. No, I'm kidding.
But if that happened, like, because it would be Democrats versus
I'm out of camera.
Republican.
or somewhere
or
in the
something.
middle.
The Republicans would dominate.
I
because
think
we
what
have
would happen.
Weapons.
Well, I don't think a full civil war would happen. I think
No.
it would be guerrilla warfare, like what's happening now, like riots and stuff.
Yeah. And if it was
Bless
like
you.
all
Thank you.
bets are off or whatever, and like we just kind of,
You mean like the Geneva Convention was off?
I have no idea what that means.
The Geneva Convention was like a set of rules for
If
war.
we could use weapons on rioters would be dead.
I think that would cause a lot more uproar
Yeah.
because of the people, because there's a silent majority, and the people that are being loud is like a 1%.
The silent majority is coming out right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Trump's silent majority is.
Yeah, and
It's freaking awesome.
yeah, because they're the people who have jobs and they don't live on welfare and they
Yeah.
they
and
have stuff to do.
just
That's
stay
why there wasn't
quiet.
riots.
And like, yeah.
That's why Trump supporters don't riot, and
They're-
You got better
They
things to
work.
do
They
with
got
your
better
time.
things to
they
do with their time, like
help
earn
run
money
the
and,
country. Like,
and live in a or a democratic republic and reap the benefits from that. Sorry,
Did I stutter?
Did I stutter?
Stutter?
Maybe.
You did right there.
That's fine.
Anyway, this episode's about spooky.
Screw you.
Oh yeah, it is about.
So
I mean, I guess
my
it is.
Halloween went pretty. Dang, you took the squid story, man. I was gonna tell.
You were
about
gonna
how I
go
was
out of
gonna-
the gate right
I was
after
gonna
me.
Go. I'll tell about my Halloween story and how I dressed up like a Winky Squid, but
I was
did
gonna
dress
go
up
back.
like a Winky Squid though.
If I was, because I was thinking about doing it, but I was gonna do something like a couple years ago. Do you remember that costume? Blah 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 blah.
I had to snipe it
Squid.
quick. It may not have been like it was like a filthy snipe, but it was still a snipe. It's like when you're playing
Dirty,
COD. When you're
horribly
playing COD and this guy
snipe.
runs
Call
by
of
you and just
Duty.
looks at you and shoots you in the head.
It was like a
point blank.
dirty
That was
snipe
you.
that
That was
wasn't
me.
secretive
to
at
Isaac
all.
and me.
Yeah,
And
You got
you
double
almost
kill.
got caught and killed.
and like Isaac's
It's like when
Minecraft
you're
story was
playing-
like the equivalent of getting sniped with a pistol
It's like
from
playing
70
Among
yards.
Us, where you just kind of go for it with everybody around and hope nobody sees you.
Yeah, pray to the Lord that no one saw that.
Where
'cause the lights
mine
were
was
off.
kind of like waiting for everything to clear and just kill that one person.
Yeah, you were waiting at
The
the
one person
emergency
that's
button.
sus of you and-
You were waiting at the emergency button for them to come back, and then you killed them and win.
There you go. Do you guys have any good Halloween stories of like the past or
So
whatnot?
actually, I was with this Winky Squid one time.
That's a negative point for John.
no,
John's now at 0 point.
no, shut up.
Who told the one time? It was like, so the other day I was driving down 19th and I looked in the field. There's a squid right there. He was winking at me.
That was you.
Was that me?
That
Was
was
it
I don't
you?
remember that.
We should start
just block
counting.
out the
what-
back
we
ones.
started counting points this one, right?
Trey, if you want to go
No,
back and
we
just
started
look at all of our
counting
old videos and then see who
Last
who did what,
episode.
and then you can keep track of the points.
I think we started. I don't know when we started.
we started counting last episode.
I just
Last
know
episode, who had
I'm
it
at
last
one
episode?
point. You're at
Isaac.
one point, and
Benea has no points.
I mean,
Maybe.
I just told Trey to go do our dirty work and to go dig up all the old videos and see who got what, and then he can keep track of the points.
Yeah, Trey,
Shout
it's
out
on
to
you.
you, Trey. You're gonna
some
do
of the
that.
stories were real deep though, like
we just
20,
gotta
30
give people
minutes.
disclaimers. Don't watch episodes before 13.
Yeah.
Before
Don't-
13, like
Basically,
before
don't watch
7.
any episodes. Essentially, before we got in this room.
Yeah. Don't
I mean,
Yeah.
watch the one Isaac's
There's
house.
the one in
Most
my
of the ones
house.
at my house, one, their quality is bad, and we're just not as good. Watch the first one with
we were
Matthew.
still
Go
really
40
getting our
minutes in.
bearings before episode.
Yeah, we're
7.
getting into it.
Now we
Yeah.
actually kind of have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just don't watch the early ones. Okay, they're bad.
They
Yeah,
suck.
They're really bad. That's why we're gonna probably repeat a bunch of our stories, also because we forget. But
Well,
that
mostly
way you
we
don't have to
forget.
go.
The
You don't
podcast
have
is
to go
just
back.
all of the same stories over and over.
Yeah, that's right.
Imagine if we do this in like our 80s and we're all just like we don't remember anything about the last episode, and it's just us telling the
It's
same, stories
episode over
slightly
and over.
different over and over.
It's like, hey, this seems familiar. Did Bertha tell me about this last time?
Is Bertha my wife?
Probably.
Oh,
Oh, my
I-
wife's name is Eiley.
At lunch last night, before I went to bed, It was rather late. It was about 4:15, 4:20
And
ish.
that is kind of.
I got hammered last
I
night.
got
around
absolutely hammered. I don't remember
6:30.
anything you said.
My son taught me how to
You
make
need to work on your old man voice.
crystal meth, and we had a grand
be the other way
old
around.
time.
Did you not know how to make crystal meth?
Not yet. Well, I did, but he taught me, and
I
I kind
forgot.
of helped him.
Was his name Jesse?
Learn how to. No,
That's
his,
a Breaking Bad reference.
his name
Jesse
was
Jump?
Ryan,
Ryan?
named after my late brother.
Why is your brother
No, is he
late?
dead?
Where did he go?
He died.
Where did-
Ryan
Why isn't
passed.
he here yet?
Why is he so late?
Because he died, and now he's
Why
never on
Oh
time.
man, I shouldn't have been making jokes. Why? You should have told us he died.
I did.
You said he was late.
He was, because he died.
Oh,
That's why
man.
he
Was he
died,
like in his
'cause
car
he
on
was
the way
late.
here and then just boom?
He
Was
was
in his
late
car
and
on
he
the
got
way here and he looked out the window and
because
he
he
saw-
was late and he died. And he looked out the window, and in the other car that smashed into him was this guy with a hat. That was about
No.
it.
What was on the
Okay.
hat?
Airplane.
Said
What was
Said
in the
retired
airplane?
vet.
Oh, shoot.
So
Anyway, what were
yeah.
you for Halloween?
I was Sammy Sosa, the Sith Lord.
Dude, you sound like you're pushing out a gallstone. You don't sound like an old man.
But back in Nam,
Back in them.
back in '69.
Pretend you're
back
smoking
in
a
Nam.
cigarette and that you've seen everything there is to see in life.
Back in Nam,
Here,
I
I'll do the background music.
I flew a helicopter into a couple of trees because we were rescuing and we had to take out the Charlies. They were everywhere. My team was dying and I lost a lot of good friends. But that's what happened in Nam. I'm retired now. It's pretty great.
You don't sound as old as you could.
Hey guys, I'm pretty. Oh,
It's more in.
I
You're
think-
like, you're more like, ugh.
I think I'm gonna poop myself.
It's like-
hey guys, this
It's a-
is. Hey guys, this is my old
It's a
man
mix
voice.
between pooping and losing your voice.
Hey guys, hey guys.
Remember when I remember when I lost my voice at Jonah's
Remember
house?
when I lost my voice at Jonah's
Oh yeah,
house?
what were you doing? I don't.
He was,
You yelled the whole time.
no, it got really dusty, so you were doing like this, like, "Hey guys."
No,
what's
I was
up?"
screaming the
we
whole
were
time.
playing Gaga Ball and you just yelled the whole time.
I was
and
screaming
then you sounded
commentary
like an
the whole
old
time.
Man,
Yeah.
like the rest of the night.
His
It
name was
amazing.
Richard. Yeah, I sounded like an old man because I was screaming commentary of the Gaga Ball
Oh
match.
yeah,
And
and I was
like,
just freaking shredding on that ramp.
yeah, we need to go back. That was an excellent ramp. For those of you who don't know, Jonah has an awesome ramp.
And
We'll
he's got a
hopefully get him on the
whale.
pod soon.
Jonah has a whale.
Hopefully get him on the pod soon.
Jonah has a whale.
Podcast.
Jonah has a whale.
Shout out to you, Jonah.
He has a whale.
That whale.
Hopefully
Yeah.
we'll talk about.
He was in it once.
Hopefully we'll talk about Dungeons and Dragons on that.
D&D.
Hiss,
Hiss.
hiss and cur, because Dungeons and Dragons is evil.
Satanic.
I've never played D&D.
D&D's kind of fun.
I played it once.
I wouldn't mind playing it sometime.
It is basically it's the equivalent of a free world, like a free roam game, but you can do
But on a
anything.
board.
There are no rules, or there are no set rules that you can't do. Because like in Shadow of War, you can't do certain things. You can't fly.
Can't open certain doors.
You can't open certain doors.
I
you
hate
can't-
it when that, like in free roam games.
Yeah.
Free
like in
roam
Red
games
Dead,
when you like
it's
can't
great
go in
and
a
all, but,
building.
like, I want to go through every door, and I know that it takes so much more effort, but that's so cool to like.
It is.
If every house was like,
Can you go in every house in
designed.
Red Dead?
No.
Oh,
I think the only game you can do that in is Minecraft.
Okay, that's different because everything is made out of the
Stupid.
same thing. Everything is the
I guess,
same
but, like, every
base.
house
It's easy
can
to
still
render
be
stuff.
Unique and whatnot too.
Yeah, but for the most
I
part,
think
houses
Minecraft's
are
the
built.
only game where you can go in free roam and go literally anywhere.
Literally.
Yeah, probably. Except for Bullet Bedrock in this room. It's creative.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like these like adventure maps or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you know you can just go anywhere.
Minecraft is so diverse,
Mm-hmm.
but
Minecraft's the best.
it's also limited in itself because of the blocks.
Yeah.
But I think
Which,
it's a
I mean, you can always mess around with mods too and
yeah.
do stuff with that.
I think
don't
it's a
know
good
exactly how you can
limitation
change
because-
the blocks, but
Yeah, it is a good limitation because it forces people to think outside the box or block, if you will. and make some really awesome mods, like the or spawn mod, which is
Oh,
my favorite
yeah.
mod, and the Lord of the Rings mod, which is an excellent mod. They're
Is-
updating that now.
Lord
Oh
of
my
the Rings?
gosh,
Yeah, they're
Lord of the Rings
making an update. It's like 1.16 or
Minecraft's
whatever.
legit.
Minecraft's so fun.
But yeah, Lord of the Rings mod's my favorite. Big mod, at least.
Yeah.
It's one of the only ones I've played. I don't really play a lot of big mods, but Lord of the Rings is really freaking cool. I don't know if they have done this or not yet, but last I knew, they didn't. But I think it'd be really cool if they already had like some buildings pre-made, like specific buildings, like Isengard, or like Bag End or
They
something
used
like
to do that for the. So when you get a texture pack on the old Xbox version,
Yeah,
it would give you a tutorial world for that texture pack,
Yeah,
and it would be designed. You could get a Lord of the Rings one. It was designed.
Wait, is there a Lord of the Rings one?
in Xbox
360 one.
360.
Oh, I didn't know.
It was with
they
texture
had that.
packs. You'd buy the texture pack.
Oh, with
and
the
it would-
texture pack. I was thinking of the skin packs.
Some of the texture packs were free, and I got one of them, and I was like,
had
so
the Halo texture pack.
Halo texture pack was.
Do they have all the same ones on
I
Xbox
just like the
One?
tutorial with it. made
I
for
like
it.
the Halo texture pack because of the armor. You can look at Master
yeah,
Chief.
yeah, yeah.
It was like so
Yeah.
Isn't that the diamond armor?
cool. Master Chief was the diamond armor, I
Yeah.
believe.
I don't like how Xbox limits texture packs. Although I think you can make your own on Xbox now. I'm not sure.
You might be able to.
But at least in the past, like, you're very limited in what skin you can have
Oh!
and what texture pack you can have.
yeah.
Which in some ways is good and bad because on Xbox though it takes it way outside of the box. Like you can be like the little Yoda skin.
yeah.
Like you can't do that on PC.
No, because you have to fill up the entire body.
Yeah. You can't do.
Well, you can make
I
it
mean, it looks
black,
weird if you
but-
wear armor, but like,
Yeah, but for hide and seek, it was so good. I remember watching Stampy Cat like 8 years ago. They all took the tiny skins that were like a block tall,
Mhm.
and they got this map that was like 20 by 20 by 20, and they just hid and they could hide for days, and it was awesome because
days, bro.
for days it was like a frozen river, and then you could walk under the river.
It was 20 by 20
Mhm.
blocks or chunks.
Blocks.
that's pretty small.
That's pretty
Yeah, but they
small.
were all a block
Yeah.
tall.
Well, it's like in that one game on Mineplex. I don't remember what it's called. Block Hunt, I think.
Block
Where
hunt's
you
fun.
always go flower pot.
Oh yeah, always go flower pot.
If you can get inside of a cauldron,
Yeah.
you're golden.
For the most part, I always looked inside cauldrons.
Yeah, I've been gotten inside of those. I normally get gotten. I'm not very good at Minecraft.
For
But,
context, block hunt. Essentially, you were
It's like hide and seek, but you can choose like which block you can be.
you had like a magic wand. And
You're
you could,
limited
Like,
in which blocks.
Like, you
can
couldn't be a
can't
dirt block.
or wood or something. You can be a flower pot, cake, watermelon, TNT. You can be a pig or a
those were the
chicken.
main ones, yeah. And then there's like there's certain things the hunters have, like they can throw it out, and it's like if someone's nearby,
Mhm,
it'll
you
show
got the
you.
tracker and you
Yeah,
got
and there's
the,
different
the guy
kits
with
and
the
stuff.
bomb.
Dude, Mineplex was so cool.
It still is. It's got a lot of the same games, just not as many people play it.
What's
Yeah.
Mineplex?
Mineplex was one
It
of the
was the biggest server ever on Minecraft.
yeah, and
Huh.
it was a really cool.
You guys
I
remember
think-
Lego Universe?
That was a real free, or not free game, but I'm thinking of another Lego game. But Lego Universe was very good.
Which one was Universe?
Lego Universe was I'm not really sure.
Because
I
if it's
remember
that,
all
I
of it.
think it's one we might have already talked about. We talked
We
about
did
one
we
of
did
the
talk
we
about
did.
it, and we talked
I
about
don't wanna
how
go
it
into
got
too much
shut
detail.
down.
We talked
about
about
that,
that
but-
in Club Penguin.
Yeah.
Like the
Because there's that
original
one,
Club
and then there's
Penguin.
like what's it called? Lego Worlds.
Yeah, that one's like
Which-
completely everything's Lego.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I've heard it gets boring after a little bit though.
Probably does.
That's really cool though, because like in Lego games, like you play.
Yeah, a
Lego
lot of stuff
Star
isn't
Wars or
Lego.
something,
No, like
especially
especially-
normally textured, but like for everything to be Lego, it looks so good.
It's
it
so
does.
awesome.
It's
like
awesome.
and
That's
it's something you
something
can
I-
actually like copy, in theory into the real
That
world.
was something I absolutely loved about like the Lego Movie when that came out because
Yeah.
everything was Lego.
That was a good one.
Where like you watch older Lego movies and nothing's Lego but the
Oh yeah,
characters
like the
and
like
stuff they
Ninjago
interact
and
with.
stuff.
yeah.
But like everything was Lego.
I do like Ninjago though, or I did.
That's a
Yeah.
was
And the
a
cool
fun
thing with
show.
the Lego Movie too is everything was stop motion.
Yeah,
So-
that's a cool.
Wasn't it
It-
stop
it's a
motion
mix Of, it's a
animation?
mix of stop motion and like CGI and whatnot. So that's how they made their faces.
yeah.
And they
Yeah.
did do some wacky stuff that you can't do in real stop motion. Like if you just
Like
stay
them
strictly,
jumping?
Yeah. Well, no, you can do jumping.
Yeah, you
Or not
should-
not
like
jumping,
green
the
screens and whatnot.
like flying and stuff.
You can do flying.
Can you?
Yeah,
It's
green
hard.
screen.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been good at that. Whenever I need a character to jump when I do stop motion, I always take just a clear brick. I take the lazy way out.
Clear bricks.
So
Why
much
don't you just
easier.
take a picture of him falling? Drop.
Because that's a pain.
And it's also a
That's blurry.
humongous pain in the
You just
butt.
gotta have a high.
There's other ways
high
to get
flash,
around
or
it.
a high low exposure rate camera.
Yeah.
It'll really. Low
And then if you do
exposure.
like the hold down thing on Apple, it goes like with 15 different pictures.
Oh yeah.
First.
Yeah. And that'll get you a good picture.
I didn't really like the Lego Movie originally when it came out.
I loved it.
I thought because I was.
You're so much better than us.
It was
Isaac.
one
I
of my
was all
favorites.
for it originally. Like I remember summer 2013 when I heard about it. I was so hyped.
You were thrilled.
But then I watched
was
it and I was
Some would
like,
say excited.
I was
Excited.
like, because I didn't like the fact that it brought in real people.
Yeah,
Originally,
at the end.
I was so
I
bummed
didn't
by
mind
that.
that.
But
I
I
liked that.
didn't understand the reason for that until the second one came out. Because it essentially what it is the kid is playing with the toys or the Legos,
Dad don't like.
and that's what they're doing. They're essentially
makes sense
acting
to me
out
in the
what the
first
kid is
one.
doing.
Yeah. And he has the Craggle, and he makes
Yeah, and I was like,
down and
oh,
Taco Tuesday.
Like when the second one came out, though, I just.
oh man,
Will Ferrell.
I freaking love
Yeah.
that actor.
But the
Um,
first both the Lego movies are really good. I really like the Lego Batman movie.
I've never seen that one.
I
That
haven't
was
seen
originally
that one, but-
supposed to be the Lego Movie 2, and everybody was like, "That's a stupid sequel."
Oh,
So then
yeah,
they made an actual
it's
sequel.
really good though.
Lego
It's-
Batman
it's
movie
pretty
was
funny.
good. Does that have the guy in it?
Yeah, it's
Chris
the same guy as Batman.
No, Chris
Yeah.
Pratt. Does it have Chris Pratt in it?
No,
No,
I don't
Chris
think so.
Pratt's Emmett.
It's in the
Yeah, I
Batman
know.
universe. He's the only I think recurring
Chris Pratt is
character.
Emmett and a couple other characters in that movie.
Yeah, Chris Pratt's a good
Is he?
actor.
Yeah, he plays a couple of the minor characters.
He's a good
Okay.
voice actor.
And then
plays a couple of
played the
construction
one
people.
guy in the second movie.
What? Construction worker, I think. A couple of them.
Yeah.
And other people.
But yeah, he played Emmett's like alter ego or whatever that was in the second movie too.
Haven't
Rex.
seen the second
something.
that was really cool.
Haven't seen
that
the second
was
one.
cool. That was.
Oh.
Don't
It's
ruin it.
Not
Okay,
a
sorry.
spoiler.
How dare you?
He's
well,
just,
I just kind of spoiled it, but
what is his name? It's
Rex something or another. You watch the second one though.
Rex
the second one's
Danger
really
Vest,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
What?
Don't tell him who he
Rex
actually
really
is though, because
He
that'll
acts.
spoil it.
The character acts a lot like the Jurassic Park Chris Pratt.
I like that Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt probably has the most Lego minifigures based off of him.
Yeah,
He does.
Because he's got Star-Lord, he's got the guy from Jurassic Park, he's got Emmett.
Got two Star-Lords actually.
But I'm thinking like character-wise.
Because
Because there's like multiple versions of Emmett, but
He has other ones, definitely.
yeah.
Hulk.
No,
No.
guys, we're missing some. What is it?
Yeah. What movies has he been in? Or TV
Um,
shows?
He's been in a lot.
Oh,
of
Jurassic Park.
We said that.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah, we're up to
Remember
3.
Sorry. Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World. Sorry.
Trying to think what other movies he's been in that would be.
Star Lord.
Um,
Dang it, man.
let me look up what movies he's been in.
I like Chris Pratt as
I
an
love
actor.
Chris
He's
Pratt.
a really good actor. You've seen Parks and Rec? I really like him in that.
Oh yeah.
It was a good
I
one.
like that show a lot more than
He-
that Office.
It's a lot different.
It is very different, but I like it.
Well,
more.
besides the first 2 seasons,
The first 2 seasons they were trying to.
copy The
Copy The
Office, and
Office.
it didn't really work out for them, and everyone was like,
Uh
hey,
oh,
you
he's
killing it."
trending in the news.
What'd he do?
He's
yeah,
rumored to be a Trump supporter and a racist.
He is a Trump supporter.
Yeah, it's crazy
He's
how
also a Christian.
people
so
Yeah. I saw at the Emmys he gave a speech about like Christianity and stuff, and they cut it up. They cut it
Mhm.
up so
I'm
it
sure
fit.
they did.
It was.
Chris
Oh.
Pratt seems pretty legit though.
Chris Pratt seems like a real legit dude. I think he's actually a Christian. And
Let's see what other
The
movies
heck?
he's
I love
been
looking
in.
when you look through movies that someone's in,
Lego Movie, Guardians of the Galaxy,
and
Jurassic
you look at these
World.
movies and they haven't even come out yet. Like this, Thor: Love and Thunder.
is that
It's coming
Okay, I
out in
don't think he's been in
2022.
any other ones.
Thor?
It's a Thor movie.
Oh, is that after
Are they gonna?
the?
When's the next
I have
Marvel
no
movie
idea.
coming
That's
out?
the-
Because they
It's an actual Marvel.
Oh
movie.
yeah,
they
yeah,
stopped
That's
making
when.
Marvel movies for a little bit after Spider-Man because
'Cause it was-
they need to take a break.
Yeah, jeez. I don't know why.
Which was such a weird time to stop. Why not stop after the last Avengers? But whatever.
Yeah.
I think
Are
Spider-Man
there
was
trailers
at
out
least
for that?
supposed to come out next year. Spider-Man 3.
Yeah,
whatever
it
it's
is.
called.
I
I'm
believe.
excited for the
But it might
Guardians.
got
Of the,
pushed back because everything got pushed back.
I'm excited for Guardians of the Galaxy with Thor because that is in the comics.
You know who another one of my favorite actors is?
Who?
Tom Holland. No, I'm kidding.
No,
Tom Holland's okay.
He has a
his-
good American accent though.
He does.
yeah, he does. What's his name?
Croissant.
Quaxon.
Quacksant.
Yeah.
That's what he calls it. That's how he calls it.
I know that's how he.
Quaxon. He's a funny. Yeah.
Where
What are you looking for?
an actor?
Who?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Toby Mag-
Oh, I like that actor.
What's his name?
He was in Parks and Rec as well.
Dude, I love that actor.
He's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
He's in a lot of older movies.
Yeah.
The name's on the tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue.
Tip of my tongue.
It's just a
Is
little
his name
stick
on the tip of
bug.
your tongue, or is the
Just a little stick bug.
Ant-Man's alter ego?
Ant-
No,
Ant-Man's
I
alter
haven't seen.
ego
I haven't
is,
seen Ant-Man.
You haven't seen Ant-Man?
I have
Ant-Man's okay.
Ant-Man's. Oh, Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd,
Yes.
that's the
I
guy.
love Paul Rudd.
He's
Okay, yeah, I knew
he's
his
really good. He's in a lot of other stuff that I like. Too.
not. Yeah,
Paul
he's
Rudd. Like what? What ones have you seen?
he's like low-key one of the biggest actors.
I'm not sure,
Oh,
but I
he
see
is,
him
though.
everywhere.
Maybe it's Taiki. I don't
he's in
know.
a
I
lot
don't
of-
follow Hollywood.
He's in a lot of like early 2000s.
He's a really
movies
funny guy too.
And 90s movies.
Yeah.
He's in Friends. What?
Wait, is he?
I guess. I mean, he's gay. Oh,
Wow,
no.
he's old.
I saw the lady.
He is
from-
old. He's really old, but he looks so
Yeah, he's like
young.
50 something, right?
He looks like he's in his 30s.
I know, but he looks like he's in his late 30s. He looks old for a 30-year-old. He
He's
looks like
he's getting a little bit of gray hair, but you know.
he looks like he's in his 30s, but you could pass for 40s. So he looks like you think you would think he looks like
He looks like someone who's in his 40s trying to look like he's in his 30s, but he's actually in his 50s.
no. He looks like someone who's in his 30s that looks old for being in their 30s.
But he's actually in their 50s.
He's old.
Whoa.
Old guy. Chris Pratt's not old. He's like 30. Well, he's 40. He's 35. How old's Chris Pratt? Dang it.
Let's see.
See, look at what Paul Rudd used to look like. I mean, he looks a lot like that.
He looks like a
still,
little
but
baby.
He's so little. Like
He
in
looks
this
like a
movie,
little
he's
girl.
so young.
It's crazy.
That's a good movie, though.
What's the main actress in Friends? What's her name? I know Jonah was talking about her.
Yeah, see, look, oh,
Little guy.
look at Lily.
Oh, how cute. He looks kind of like you. He kind of looks like a shorty version of you. Shorty. A shoddy.
He's 41. Chris
He's
Pratt
40.
age
That's
41.
him now. No,
Send these pictures to Benea so you can put
that's
them on the
not
screen.
him now.
Yeah. Anyway. What were we talking about? I don't really remember. The Legos. The Legos. for
Lego
Chris
movie.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Yeah, I couldn't find any more. I
you-
think it's just 3.
I guarantee you there's at
See,
least
that's
one
him
more.
now. He just looks a little, but he like really hasn't aged terribly.
Yeah, he looks good. Just like
That's him now. I'll show you the picture.
the actor for Steve Carell. Steve Carell looks really good. He
That's
looks a
him
lot
young.
better than when he started The Office. Like when he started The Office,
He looked rough when he started the.
Oh my
Office.
gosh, he looked terrible.
His
He
hair
was,
was all
he was
thin.
balding
just
and-
like
and now he looks like a finely aged wine. He's like
he
an.
probably shaved all his hair off and got a wig.
I don't think so. I think he has.
That's what.
Oh,
I'm gonna
actually,
do.
Jim from The Office, in seasons 2 or seasons 3 and 4, or no, half of season 3 and half of season 4, like in between. He was wearing a wig because he had to shave his head for another role.
Bonker.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
you don't
Ted.
notice at all. But
That is so cool, Ted.
thank you. My
You
name's
guys any
not
of the
Ted.
other good Halloween stories?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all my
so,
Halloween stories.
No, I don't have any good Halloween stories.
I don't know. John, have you ever celebrated Halloween before?
No, I don't.
A couple years
worship
ago, I
it.
was a hippie for Halloween.
I don't like
Because
Satan, so I
that's
don't.
satanic.
I don't worship Halloween like you heathens do.
I love.
I don't.
Actually,
I
hate
don't
Halloween.
think Christians
It's
should
not.
go out and dress up as costumes. And
Because
get
that's
free
worshiping
candy.
the devil and
That
the
is.
occult.
That's devil worship.
Satan himself would do it. Oh my gosh, there's a picture of Satan that looks like. Have I said this on the podcast?
I
before?
love that.
No.
picture.
There's a
It
picture of
looks
Satan.
A lot like
It looks like you.
It totally looks.
Lucifer.
Yeah.
No,
so
because I
it'd be
mean,
like it's an artist
Well,
representation.
same
of
guy.
before.
It's an artist representation of Satan, and it's Lucifer.
it looks like
He's the archangel, right? Or not the
No.
archangel. He was the guy
Yeah.
who.
He's not Lucifer's not the archangel.
Sorry, my bad.
That's
That's I can't remember the name either. But yeah, what's the archangel name?
Michael,
Michael
Is
the
that right?
No.
Gabriel, something?
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Gabriel. That's the one.
That look, it's John.
Yeah, he sent it to me. I'll have to
Yeah.
throw it on screen. I have to
Oh
censor it.
my
I don't know.
God.
I love
But
how
it looks just you.
The
Is that the
thing
one? Is that the one that
I'm gonna
your
make
one
it my.
friend from California sent you?
No, it was
He
a different
like, You
picture.
look like Satan.
No, it was a different
I
picture.
was gonna
Look-
be his son.
Yeah, you were gonna be Bob Ross's son for the.
Well, I
party.
thought that was
That's
his
his son.
brother.
That's his son.
You told me it was his brother.
I did not say that.
You did.
I did not.
You texted me. You're like,
Did I actually?
You should dress up
This
as
chick's
Bob
hot. This
Ross's
is my
brother.
girlfriend.
I don't think it's. That is though.
It is.
Throw a picture of that on screen
It's
too.
either this girl.
Well, he'll have
Or
to
the
send
other
it to
one.
me.
I don't
Two
know
pictures.
which one
One of these is my girlfriend. I just don't know which. Right.
One of them will be.
His head is
His kappa is detated from his head. Dude, Michael was such an awesome character in The Office. And they flushed him out so well that when he left, there was a gaping hole.
Okay. You just said you should be Steve Ross for Halloween.
Aha.
I just assumed he was his brother.
It's not.
Is he still alive?
Steve Ross is still alive. He looks rough now, but
Looks really rough.
Dude,
Yeah.
he really rocks that mustache, though.
he does, though, for real. I wish we could, have
Have
a
him on the
picture for
podcast.
Did you know Bob was in Nam?
Bob wasn't there.
That's why he doesn't yell
Yeah.
after he got out of Nam, because he was like a drill sergeant or something like that.
Yeah, it was
So
something
he'd
like
scream at
that.
people
I
all
don't
the
think
time?
it was I don't think it was a drill sergeant.
He was in a position where he'd yell at people a lot.
Yeah, and he didn't
But
like
as soon
it,
as he
right?
got out, he was like,
He was like, none of that. Imagine Bob Ross as your drill sergeant. No beard, no hair.
Oh, yeah.
Just screaming, ladies and gentlemen, if
Well, I
you
don't
don't
think
obey
that's-
me right now, we're going to have a happy little accident. You understand?
I like this. I just saw this. It's like, I will not wear it on my face. I will not wear it any place. I will not wear it to get in. I will not wear it on my chin. I will not wear it on my ear. I will
Where's
not
this
wear
going?
it out of fear. I will not wear your stupid mask. I will not do it. I will not wear it. Do not ask. It's just like a freaking.
Very poggers.
Very
Thank you,
pog.
Isaac.
Very cool.
Dude, imagine Bob
Do we
Ross
have-
yelling at you.
Do we have any more Halloween stories? 'Cause
I
we
don't.
just hit about 50 minutes here.
Whoa, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's like a
Found
half
there's
an
a
hour.
10-foot python under the hood of this car in Florida. They found
And
it.
Isaac seems to be a little bit
Where's
out
the
of it.
10-foot python?
No, it's in this picture.
I can't see the 10-foot
It's
python.
not
Oh,
next to
John.
you yet.
And neither can
John,
our viewers because this
because
is the end of
it's
the
the end of the podcast.
Such
Well,
a good segue.
Check us out.
Did you know the
and
owner of Segways?
He died.
He got
check
shot
us
in the
out.
head.
Guys, we need to get a Barrett.
Check us out. We're on
A Barrett
YouTube.
50 cal?
Yeah.
We're
We can
on
shoot the owners
Spotify.
of Spotify.
We're on
Barrett
iTunes.
Freaking a 50 BMG, dude.
Follow us on
Mhm.
Instagram and
Mhm.
Facebook. We post stuff
I think
sometimes.
you're like $1,200. 12,000. 12,000.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
There's a company that made a
Leave a
one
fat
round,
like. Smash that
50
like button,
BMG.
please.
Oh, I saw this one YouTuber I follow. His name is Mr. Balin, and he does a lot of scary stories. And you know how most people are just like, smash the like button, destroy the like button, hit the like button. He always comes up with something new. So he's like, one time he was like, what was it? He was invite the like button to your destination wedding and tell them that it's casual like dress, and then make it black tie.
That's like what Modest Pelican does at the beginning of all his videos. It's like, if you enjoy my content, please run around naked and yell, subscribe to Modest Pelican, as this really gets the good news of my channel out. He changes it up every
Modest Pelican.
I made that one up on the spot because I can't really remember any of them.
That one's a good one.
Some of the more interesting ones. But
So if you like Biscuit Studios, run around with your
run around almost
out.
naked and
almost
say,
naked. Remember to wear a mask.
remember wear socks and a mask, and then
Not to be gay
say
or
subscribe to Biscuit Studios really loud, and then make them subscribe. Steal their phones and subscribe.
And that's a wrap.
get the
Thanks
good
for
word.
watching.
Get the good word out about Biscuit
Yep.
Studios.
Because
And
we're
that's all.
doing, no,
Goodbye,
no.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop.
No, we have to
Stop
get our
it!
viewers.
Stop it, Isaac!
Guys, I hate you.
No,
You're the
no.
worst.
Stop.
Frick you.
Wait, can you blur?
F you with a Q.
Man.